What is up, everyone? It's Lovenji Gaming, and today is tournament day. And you know what tournament days mean? It means another random cast. This is neither a pro game nor an average Joe's game. This is a holy union of the two, forming their. I'm gonna need a name for these games when there's half pros, half noobs. We'll call them coaching games or something. I don't know. Anyway, as I've already said, I am Lovenji Gaming. You have seen this map before. It was in the last cast that we did that was not related to the tournament. Of course, Babbo took on some average Joes, and after embarrassing himself, just about managed to emerge victorious. If you haven't seen that, I recommend you do. It's funny. But anyway, let's do some introductions, shall we? Let's go over to Team 1. Remember, Team 1 is always the team with the blue tribe. Representing Gods of Destruction, it is their admin and probably the best individual shaman skills player in the entire game. It is Spinifex. Next to him, playing as the green tribe, Avenging Angel Sherminator. You've seen him before. He's back. Now, next to Spinifex on the other side, it is 00Shaman. Seen him before as well. And then we've got AVA Brandymon. Now, Brandymon is a player who does not have a lot of confidence in Populous. But they can and do have the capacity to play quite well. I played a game with them last night, and it wasn't the easiest game in the world. It was actually, it was quite a challenge. They were very, very good with their lightnings. Anyway, on the other side, starting Team 2 is the Black Tribe. It is the Absolutes admin. It is Tsuyoshi. Next to Tsuyoshi, it is Kopulous. Next to Kopulous, this is not me. It's a display bug because I'm spectating the red player. I am not in this game, I swear. This is a player from another matchmaker, actually. They just migrated over. It is ExLordDeath. And next to ExLordDeath, it is Kayin. So we've got Kayin, Tsuyoshi, Populous, and ExLordDeath taking on Spinifex, Sherminator, Brandymon, and 00Shaman. How do I remember all of those introductions? I don't know. I've had a few people tell me that they prefer it when this is on so they can see who's good and who's bad. I don't like it. It's not for me. Because it just draws red boxes around everything. It makes it look ugly, and I just don't like it. It's a very dated solution. I played a lot of StarCraft, played a lot of free-for-all StarCraft, so I'm used to my enemies being all sorts of colours and having to remember what colours they are. So I'm just kind of used to it, I guess. So we've got green coming forward. I will, about halfway through the cast, I usually have everyone's names remembered. I believe green is Sherminator. Yeah, Sherminator comes forward there, snags himself a shaman kill. It looks like Sion's in a little bit of trouble. I think that's 00Shaman. No, it's Kopulous. Kopulous gets blasted. Now, here comes Kayin. Kayin goes down. I know that this is Kayin. This is Kayin. This is ExLordDeath. This is Kopulous, and this is Tsuyoshi. Okay. Earthquake Force Spinifex going to cut off Tsuyoshi and Kopulous. Now, Tsuyoshi's a pretty prepared player, usually on CES. He knows how to respond to these quickly. He'll have a lot of mana work into him because of how he grows his population. So he should be able to flatten across soon. But it's about whether game-ending damage can be done before this comes out. Now, ExLordDeath gets blasted into the water, a little bit impatient there from the red player. He needs Fire Warriors, and he needs them fast. This is not Spinifex. I was casting a game where Spinifex was yellow the other day. This is 00Shaman. Goes in, throws down the Earthquake. Meanwhile, We've got, I believe that is Brandymon. We've got Brandymon in the middle of ExLordDeath's base. Only charged a tornado, though. You use a tornado on a Fire Warrior training hut. It may not always destroy the huts. So we'll have to see. Yeah, the RNG gods are not kind. The Fire Warrior training hut still stands. Brandymon's going to take it down manually. I've got a shaman. She's got a stick. ExLordDeath with the blasts. Good blast trick from ExLordDeath there. Avoiding the damage. He needs to cast some blast back, but he doesn't actually have that much mana. Meanwhile, it looks like Pink is coming to help him. No, Pink can't make up his mind. Pink has come to help him a couple of times and then chosen not to. Pink's turned around to actually deal with Spinifex as Kopulous just slips into the water. Brandymon finally goes down to ExLordDeath. Good shaman kill then. Meanwhile, Kayin is being pressured by Spinifex. Spinifex comes in with a land bridge onto the side of ExLordDeath. Unfortunate. Turn around, Red Shaman. Turn around. Spinifex getting pushed into the water by the Brave. No, not quite. He throws down the Earthquake, and now he goes down. But the Earthquake is on the Fire Warrior training hut. It does take out the Fire Warrior training hut. Bit of a rough start for ExLordDeath here. Him and Kayin taking a couple of nasty Earthquakes. Lightning is good. Manages to get one kill, and he gets another double kill for ExLordDeath as he pushes to take the middle. Meanwhile, Populous is flattening himself over a safer way. This is a lot harder to cut off, so I do approve. But you've got to make sure, especially Cyan here. You know, ExLordDeath and Cyan need to build on this quickly. The reason you need to do that is because this is now a very exposed Fire Warrior training hut. You can see one plan coming down there. Is that Kopulous's? That is Kopulous's. Get that hut built, get it filled with Fire Warriors. Meanwhile, Tsuyoshi has expanded himself. He's built 2 Fire Warrior training huts. He's realized he's going to be making Fire Warriors for his entire team. And he is on that. He is on it. I want to say good job to ExLordDeath here. One of the things that new players typically do in Populous is they quit far too early. Now, I know he's not new to Populous. I know he did play a lot on another matchmaker. But it's still refreshing to see. You know, when they take damage, they like to quit. But here is ExLordDeath. He's sticking it out. He knows his game isn't done here. And so he's continuing to play despite that particularly rough attack at the start. I gotta give him kudos for that. Tsuyoshi misses the lightning. Meanwhile, Kayin is under threat from Spinifex here. I think Kayin's dead. Yeah, Kayin is dead. ExLordDeath has just respawned and so has Kayin, but Spinifex is going to walk on into this base. Swarm goes down for Spinifex. Another blast. Also going down here, the Ghost Army is distracting the annoying Braves. Here comes one Earthquake for Spinifex. Does Spinifex have another, I wonder? The blast dueling is so good for Spin, but the... Oh, no, he's still alive. No, he's not. Oh, that was a wild adventure. He was alive, and then he wasn't alive, and then he was alive, and then he wasn't alive. So, it's a bit of a rough situation for this side, because Kayin is too weak to produce... Well, to do much at this point. ExLordDeath has mana, but he doesn't have the space to construct a Fire Warrior training hut. He's actually finishing charging his Earthquake, which I wouldn't recommend in his position. The longer you go without a Fire Warrior training hut, the more exposed you are. Nice blast into the tornado, but he's still alive, and he remembers to cast a blast to prevent any strange shaman rolling as well. Brandymon goes down to the light of Kopulous there. But here comes 00Shaman. Kopulous doesn't get the kill. ExLordDeath is in the tower, and he gets the kill with a well-placed blast. Love to see it. Good use of the tower there. Just to keep the shaman safe. She can't be blasted while she's in the tower. Nice lightning as well onto the green shaman. ExLordDeath's on an absolute tear, killing shamans here. Spinifex is going to use an Earthquake on the middle. ExLordDeath has no fear. Oh, Tsuyoshi almost saved him with the flatten. Spinifex pushing back with lightnings here, but not quite getting the kills. Tsuyoshi misses another lightning. It's a blast duel between Spinifex and Tsuyoshi. Tsuyoshi misses the second blast. Spinifex is doing the blast trick as you would expect, and Tsuyoshi baits it with a lightning. Good kill for Tsuyoshi there. Oh. Anyway, what was I saying before all of that madness? No, lights are continuing. Here comes Tsuyoshi and Kayin. And Tsuyoshi's in the water. Lakai, says the pink shaman, you have earthquaked my land too much, and now it is time for revenge! Strange earthquake there for Kayin, not ideal. Ideally, you want one of these players to still be connected while the other side is cut off. The fact that it cut off both sides, a little bit annoying, but it's actually going to buy them a little bit of time, which is nice. Now, ExLordDeath has actually done what I was going to suggest he do, which is stop charging things like earthquakes, although he is picking up lights, which is fine. Killing shamans is still valuable here. Kopulous has overbuilt and is actually destroying his wood, so it's going to invalidate what I was about to say, because he's probably catering for the fact that Kopulous has no wood management skill whatsoever. He needs those flattens, and he needs those flattens to make himself a Fire Warrior training hut. Having no Fire Warriors on a map like this is suicide. Nice blast from ExLordDeath, gets the kill onto Brandymon. Brandymon's tornado picks ExLordDeath up, but does not kill him. The lightning does not find the mark. But the follow-up blast does. He's on a tear. ExLordDeath with 2 shaman kills. He's still alive. He's doing blast tricks. He's playing well. He gets the 3rd kill. I think that was stolen by Tsuyoshi there, but that was absolutely ExLordDeath's kill, and to counteract the amazing play from ExLordDeath, it is Spinifex with the double lightning, taking out Kopulous Tsuyoshi with a single shot. Double kill. What a debut game for ExLordDeath, though. Takes that rough beating at the start, says, not only is this game not over, but you're gonna fear my shaman. ExLordDeath is alive. He's going to the back of his base. He knows what he needs to do. Nice flatten there, making himself plenty of land. He needs to get a Fire Warrior training hut as quickly as possible. Second flatten, not quite as good, slightly misplaced. You want it to sort of be even here, but he does get the Fire Warrior hut. And he has got space to get some huts down to protect it as well. Now, you are going to want to protect your huts in this match, because by the time the yellow's flattened here, the back door is so unbelievably close. You're going to want huts filled with troops. Spinifex goes down, but he throws down an earthquake on the front line. Tsuyoshi did flatten. Let's see if we can see what he flattened. Ah, I missed it. Never mind. I missed Tsuyoshi's flatten. Too busy complimenting ExLordDeath. Good kill for ExLord once again. And the blast is good, but green is alive on the other side of the island. Then there are no Fire Warriors in this hut. Good save for Tsuyoshi, manages to get green there. Thank you, says ExLordDeath. Tsuyoshi flattening out the front, so it's less likely for that to happen again. Well played by Team 2 there. What is the tornado doing? Absolute menace. Problem for ExLord here is he doesn't have the wood to complete this hut. Kopulous overbuilt and ran rampant on his trees. Made some land for himself. And is just not caring about the wood situation. And that's going to be a bit of a problem, because now ExLordDeath's got no trees. All of his Braves want to upgrade, but there's no wood to do it. He needs the Fire Warrior training hut, but there's no wood to do it. Now, Kayin does have trees. He's kept them reasonably well harvested, but if he goes over, his Braves will automatically go over here and start cutting down Kayin's trees. And that can also be an issue. No, look at this nice little play from ExLordDeath here. He's getting all of his Braves out of his hut. Why are we doing this, you wonder? Well, it stops the huts upgrading. And by stopping the huts upgrading, they're going to stop trying to seek wood and cut down trees. Means any wood that is available is going to be prioritized by this Fire Warrior training hut and get it up as quickly as possible, whilst reducing the risk that a lot of these huts are going to take down the wood. Now, the only downside to that is he's still building on the front line, so it's a little bit counterintuitive to what he's trying to do here. He's also got a large hut that's missing a piece of, 2 pieces of wood, as well as a medium hut that is also missing a piece of wood. Those should be completed, because they at least add to your green bar. Now, Shaman's dying on the front lines. Green goes down, Cyan goes down, red goes down. It's up to Tsuyoshi to defend, and he just ignores the tornado as he pushes forward. He's got to be careful. There's fire warriors pressuring him right now. 00Shaman picks up Tsuyoshi with the second tornado, though. Tsuyoshi goes right in the drink. Very unfortunate there. It's a lot harder to save yourself with Platin than it is with Lambridge. Kayin avoids the tornado as ExLordDeath pushes to the front. Kayin needs to kill at least one Shaman. Tsuyoshi's fire warriors get one. Kayin goes down. No, Kayin's still alive. Kayin is still alive, but there is a bit of a problem here. 00Shaman is just going to waltz on into Kayin's base. Kayin is out of position. Kayin needs to accept. Nice lightning from ExLordDeath there, keeping Kayin alive. Thank you, he says. What a beautiful shot from ExLordDeath. Now Kayin does go down. It's going to be a showdown between ExLord and Spinifex. Let's see what he does. He's playing confidently. He's playing well. An incredible debut game into my casts here, so welcome, welcome. Blasts are going to clear up some of these followers. Tsuyoshi continuing to make more land on the front line. I love this type of expanding on Cess. It's incredibly oppressive. It's incredibly hard to deal with because eventually the bases stop becoming segregated. It becomes very easy to defend each other. Firestorm for Brandymon. No, that's not Brandymon. That's the other one. That's Sherminator, I think. Yes. Firestorm for Sherminator at the front lines. Achieving very little. Now, if you find yourselves as a sort of average Joe and you're looking at one of the things that you might want to do to improve the sort of amount of damage that you deal in your attacks, it's about where you Firestorm. AVA had a couple of players like Savas and Fistung whose principal style of play was to build as big as possible so that they could cast firestorms like they were earthquakes. And what that does is that leads to a very sort of wanton use of firestorm. You see it a lot in places like here. You know, that got like 3 troops. There's a big waste of mana when you think it's half a volcano per firestorm. So if you're looking for things, nice kill for ExLordDeath there, knocking Spinifex into the water. He's got some good aimed lights. And another lightning for ExLordDeath. Oh, this man's got some lights. This man's got some lights. He does go down, but he's killing Shamans. Let's have a look at his KD. He's 12 and 8. You think this is his second ever game on Populous Reincarnated, and his first appearance in one of my casts. He's on an absolute tear. It's lovely to see. Kayin's land has healed. I would like to see some huts going down for Kayin soon, once the wood situation has sort of resolved itself. Firestorm coming out for Kopulous here. Second Firestorm coming out for Populous here. Now imagine if this was your first Firestorm and your second Firestorm was here. That's the kind of thing that you need to be doing. He's not even going down there because Spinifex is there. He's changed his mind. He's going to target down Brandymon. There are fire warriors in this front hut. Let's see if he's smart enough to check. He's smart enough is... well, that was kind of both. He checked, but he checked way too late. Earthquake for Kopulous on the front line. Pretty lackluster attack there for our Cyan player. However, here comes Tsuyoshi. Firestorm in the front of Spinifex's base. Earthquake coming down. Another Earthquake. He's still alive. Spinifex has run his pop. It could come down to the Shaman duel. Spinifex is out of position. Tsuyoshi's gunning for his pop. Spin has to get this kill before Tsuyoshi can get the light off. He does. So critical. If Tsuyoshi hits that light there, Spinifex is effectively out of the game. People have been criticizing Spinifex for the fact that he runs his pop. It is a big risk. But what it does, you know, every strategy has advantages and disadvantages. Even Firestorm spam, you know, it makes it very hard to stop Shamans with troops. However, it minimizes the amount of damage you can actually do to a base. Good kill for 00Shaman there, keeping his dreams of winning this game alive. Now, I forgot what I was going to say. So Spinifex's running population strategy, you know, it has disadvantages. It puts your population at risk of being killed, of course. It also means that you'll die very quickly to troops because there'll be nothing to defend your huts from warriors should they invade into your base. What it does do is it keeps you with a very high mana. Now, if your Shaman, good kill onto Sherminator there. If your Shaman is as good as Spinifex's Shaman, having access to high mana for your Shaman can still be a benefit, because usually when players lose their base, it becomes less about their Shaman and more about their troops. You know, you're trying to troop them out of the game. However, by keeping his population healthy, when Spin loses his base, his Shaman's still dangerous. And of course, his Shaman is probably one of the last Shamans you actually want to face in things like the Blast Storm. So it does have advantages, even if other people complain about it. Everything has strong and weak points. And it's just down to how Spinifex chooses to play. And I, for one, promote various playstyles in this game because it keeps it interesting. Tsuyoshi does go down there. Nice long-range lightning from 00Shaman. Here comes Kayin launching a counter-attack. It's 2 Shamans against 1. Lightning doesn't find either Shaman. No, he gets 00Shaman. He's in the duel with Spinifex, but Spinifex picks up the kill. 1 for 1 in the 2 versus 1. Brandymon's bringing Fire Warriors to the front lines. We will reclaim the territory. They scream as they start shooting people with their fiery hands. Spinifex getting pushed around there. Lightning trade. Oh, Spin goes down. So does ExLordDeath. Oh, Sherminator's in a little bit of trouble here. There goes Sherminator. Sherminator down. I strongly favour Team 2's position. I wouldn't have said this 10 minutes ago if you'd asked me. But Team 2 are looking strong right now. ExLordDeath's on an absolute tear with Shaman kills. We've got Kayin now effectively recovering from all that damage that's come on. Tsuyoshi's played hero in quite a few situations with some clutch light saves, as well as some very aggressive, very high quantity trooping. Oh, it looks like he's opted to not go for the second Fire Warrior hut. Oh, maybe I just misread the size of that plan. No, I feel like that was a Fire Warrior hut at one point, and Tsuyoshi just changed his mind. Lightning's traded Tsuyoshi down for 00Shaman as Brandymon uses a Firestorm in the center. He gets a Shaman with it, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But ExLordDeath sneaking in another lightning snipe. He fears no Firestorm as he runs right into it and kills a Shaman in the process. He gets another one! Oh, good blast from Sherminator takes him down. Oh, it might not have been a blast, actually. It might have been a light. But he gets another kill for his troubles. ExLordDeath's population looking a little low, but he did take some damage. He's got space for a hut here, which he should be making the most of. He's got space for some huts here as well. It's good that he's building. He's creeping this line forward. Oh, we've got a back door. I didn't even see it. Spinifex's base at the back from Kopulous. Tsuyoshi and Kopulous coming forward with the back door here. I'm not even sure this was a deliberate back door. This looks almost accidental. Nah, I'm sure Cyan made this happen. Tsuyoshi does go down, but he's got warriors coming as well. He runs them right into his own Firestorm, which is usually ill-advised. And look at this, ExLordDeath senses blood as well. He wants another back door. You've got to be careful. Opening too many back doors is one of the paths to defeat in games like this, because you have too many fronts to cover. I like ExLordDeath's decision here to not continue the back door. He's actually just going to go down the one that's open. That's smart. What says 00Shaman? As Cyan has Firestormed the front lines once again. Interesting. No, Cyan's Firestorm is back here. This was Pink's Firestorm. I'm getting so confused. I'm the worst player in this game. I can't even keep up with what's going on. Now, Brandymon swarming at the front lines. Good kills. Another kill going the way of ExLordDeath. He's just beaten Spinifex's Shaman, and he's going into the back of 00Shaman's base. He's using a Firestorm. The tornado does pick him up. Oh, he's still alive! He's still alive! Oh, and he cast the flatten instantly, so he probably would have saved himself even if he had gone in the water. Excellent play from ExLordDeath there as the double earthquake goes into the back of 00Shaman's base. It's all for nothing. Look at that damage. Look at that second earthquake. 4 huts and a fire warrior training hut. Absolute devastation as ExLordDeath tears 00Shaman a new asshole. Tornado to pick up the Shaman, not quite well placed. Second one does get the kill. Proximity blasting, getting that extra damage on the Shaman in the tornado. The flatten to try and save himself, not quite needed, but good that it was there anyway. 00Shaman picking himself up with picking up ExLordDeath with a tornado. Both players using flatten when you don't really need it. ExLordDeath, don't walk back into the tornado. I've been complimenting you. Don't do things like that. Oh, 00Shaman does get the upper hand there as Cyan and Tsuyoshi are going to go to the back door once more, whilst Kayin assaults the front. Spinifex is on his last legs. Did he run his population this time, or was it gotten in the back door? I think it might have been gotten. Yeah, I think it might have been gotten. It's not looking good for Spinifex. I don't see a collection of blue blobs anywhere. I think Spin's basically dead, which means 00Shaman will be as well. Meaning it's now effectively a 2 versus 4. The game is more or less over. We just have to see what happens. Nice lightning from the Cyan Shaman there. Securing a well-placed kill. Now Brandymon getting a little bit bullied here. His warriors are doing their best. They are reclaiming the front slowly, but well, Spin's proxy blasting, so he must have some population somewhere. Ah, there it is. There it is. Now would be a good time to complete the second back door for ExLordDeath because they've got a numbers advantage. Tsuyoshi's using plans to try and get over to Brandymon's side. He wants to go for Spin's population. I know he does. All of these towers are empty. And the hut's empty too. It's just one lightning for Tsuyoshi to get in here. Meanwhile, Spinifex is launching a counterattack. He trades with Populous after using some of his spells. Tsuyoshi's coming right in here. I hope Brandymon's warning Spinifex right now because Tsuyoshi's after that population. No! Tsuyoshi was impatient. He did not check this hut for fire warriors. He goes down. Nice save for Brandymon. Back door is completed. It's like he can hear what I'm saying, but this is not a live stream, so he can't. Look at this decision making. Look at this extra path opening. ExLordDeath is a player to be threatened about. Kayin. Spin, rebuild, we have a chance, says 00Shaman. I'm gonna hope that was a joke. This game is pretty over as... Yeah, I'm gonna assume that was a joke because 00Shaman's just been knocked out of the game. Spinifex's pop leaves Brandymon's base in time. It looks like the red shaman has passed away due to shed her mortal coil of this world to go somewhere else. Good. Well, okay trooping here. You don't really want to run your troops in clumps. I'm guilty of doing this, so it's not like I'm saying this from a position of I'm better, because I'm definitely not. Actually, after having seen him play, I think ExLordDeath would absolutely stomp me in a game. But, Green Shaman goes down there. Sherminator the last line of defense. The only one not terribly assaulted. Firestorm on all that population. It's a big amount of damage. Spinifex's population is now trapped. Tsuyoshi's not falling for it again. Firestorm again. They've got nowhere to run as Tsuyoshi zones in and Sherminator surrenders as Spinifex's population goes down. They run into the Firestorm. They are cut down in their hundreds. I don't think there was hundreds there. So cut down in their dozens. got a oh, double lightning. Nice shove from the first one. The second one showing that was probably a little bit of a fluke because the second lightning was aimed absolutely nowhere near where the Shaman was going to go. Spinifex surrenders. Brandymon surrenders. It's GG! Your winners are ExLordDeath, Tsuyoshi, Kayin, and Kopulous. GG. Well played.